Yay. Oh, well, the great thing is... Yes, sir. What? Say hi to Acua. She's very cute. Let's switch this to talk chat or live chat. And now I'm going to post that it's actually working. Pick one. Okay. Let me see if I can do something. There, that should have made it a little better. Evened out everything. Okay, so we should be live. Sorry, my lighting is shit in this apartment, but it is. Aqua's in her box, which is down here, so she will periodically interrupt things because she's good at that. Yay, I have a person watching. So what I'm going to be doing today, no fancy mic today. So because I'm going to be moving positions, I'm going to be here to do some writing samples for pens I'm going to sell, and then I'm going to clean them out along with some other pens. And that requires both moving to where all my inks are, which is in the other room, and then moving to the bathroom to clean all of them out. I haven't actually tested the laptop setup, like where I'm going to put it in either of these rooms. So that's going to be interesting. So we'll see. And the lighting's going to be terrible because my apartment has great lighting for just me, but it's a cheap apartment. It does not have lighting set up for doing videos and stuff. Cool. Anyway, so the first one I have is this Sailor Pro Gear Slim. That's the winter one from their Four Seasons. I've been lusting after this one for quite a while. Finally bought it on Sell Trade. And turns out I'm mad about it. Like, it's a pretty pen. You can't see it very well on here because my lighting is terrible, but it has some, like, it's a white pen with some red flecks in it. It's got a medium fine sailor nib. I keep trying to love this pen, and it's just meh for me. I don't quite know what it is. I don't know if it's just I like the idea of white pens in theory and not actually in practice. The nib is fine, but fine as in like okay, but it's not anything I'm in love with. It's a great pen, works great. It's just I keep trying to love it and I'm not loving it. And honestly, I would much rather have Sandra selling one of those mini sailors. Sorry, there's blue jays fighting over my bird feeder. Mini sailors that were a feeding frenzy in Atlanta last year. And it's yellow and it has a hard fine nib, and I've tried it and I love it to death and I want to buy it. So I want to just sell this and send it to a new home. But since it's already inked up, I'm going to do some writing samples with it because I've got my Rhodia dot pad. Let me see if I can angle this so you can see while I write. This is an experiment. That's my shorts. Cool. This is very exciting. Maybe let's try. This kind of works. Sort of. Maybe. Maybe if we do this. Welcome to Sarah Tries Live Streaming. Let's try maybe a little better. Okay, cool. So I have outrageous hand oils. So It's currently inked up with Franklin Christoph Ink 17. That was an exclusive from the Philly show last year. I got a sample of it. So yeah, let's do some swirlies. Cool. Okay, so you can see my writing samples. I bought this. I bought this for 110 ships. So I basically had it inked up with one ink. So I'm probably gonna sell it for 100, 110. So if you want it, it's going up for sale. The other one that I got two more that I want to sell. Nope. Oh, by the way, nice new pen case. Lovely, lovely. The reason I bought this, because I have plenty of pen cases that I like already. But I've started a new tutoring gig. So in this, it has two pockets. So in one pocket, that opens book style. So I can fit bunches of pens, pencils, eraser, sharpener in there. Yeah, it's a Lily Hit Labs. It's their new XL one. I got it off Jet Pens. They have it in a bunch of colors. So this is normally what I'd carry. Normally I wouldn't need the whole extra pocket. This is about what I carry around with me. I have plenty of pen cases that fit this much. But the reason I got it is because I got a new tutoring gig. And so it has this extra outside pocket, and I'm using it to carry whiteboard markers. So these are the Pilot whiteboard markers. They have ink cartridges in them, and they have a special technology that allows it to just keep on flowing, and then it just stops. It doesn't fade and take forever to run out like your Expo markers. And the cartridges are replaceable, and the tips are replaceable. They're pretty awesome. Mike, you might want to look into these. They were nice on Jet Pens. And then I also have chalk. Again, nice chalk from Jet Pens, because I have a piece of poster board that I applied whiteboard paint to. Or not whiteboard paint, chalkboard paint. And so that's my portable system, is basically a roll-up chalkboard if I decide I need it. With most students, I need, I just tend to have a notebook that I'll use different colors and colored pencils. And that way I also have a permanent records when I go back and file my tutoring reports. Because we have to do those. I have that reference. But yeah, these are amazing whiteboard markers. They also come in blue and red. So I got orange and green because I like orange and green, but also because that's going to help out anyone that's colorblind. These aren't falling into a blue, yellow, or a red, green color blindness. So this alleviates that. And then black. And they come in all sorts of different tip sizes. So they have fine, they have a medium fine, a medium, which is what I got, and a broad. So yeah, they're awesome. Get them next Jet Pens order. Yeah. But I brought this out not to talk about my stuff, but to get the pen out that I'm going to sell. I bought this Vanishing Point forever ago. It was my first gold nib pen, and I like it, and I've loved it for a while, but I found other things that I like better, and I just don't use it anymore. And so it should go to a new home. It's well loved. Probably gonna sell it for 90 or something. I don't know. I've had it so long that I've got lots of use out of it. Let's try this whole writing thing. Well, you know what? So let's see. I've got it inked up with, let's see, not Sailor. Pilot, Vanishing Point. It's a fine nib, and I've got it inked up with Mont Blanc Oyster Gray. Yeah, I really like the combo of gray and yellow. It's a really nice combo. So yeah, there we go. In the shitty lighting that you can see. They're Pilot markers. They're Pilot whiteboard. So I think this is backwards, but it's WYTE board marker or like master marker or something. But yeah, they're basically, if you go to JetPens' like whiteboard review like guide, it's their like top all around pick. So, and they're amazing. Pilot also does sell a couple that have the eraser on top on the cap that are completely refillable. Like you can refill them from an ink bottle that they sell, but those tips are replaceable, and the color, it only comes in black, red, and blue. And I really liked the idea of orange and green, so I went with these instead. But if you really want refillable, those would be the other ones. But yeah, these are awesome markers. Like, I'm just like, there's whiteboard markers in all our tutoring facilities, but I'm just like, nah, these guys, my friends. Plus, I always like to use 3 colors as my happy place because I like color coding things. And there's usually 1 or 2 marker colors, and it's just frustrating. Someone just texted me. Anyway, so this will probably go for like 90. If you know anyone that wants a yellow vanishing point with a fine nib, point them my way. I'll also probably be going to the Triangle show, 90% sure. But ask me again in like a week, well, like 2 weeks after I've been done traveling again next week, and I'm traveling yet again. And so travel exhaustion is a thing. Let's see. The last one I have that I'm going to sell is this little guy. So I bought this from Oscar a couple months ago, right before Christmas. Because he said it's an orange ring top. I love orange ring tops. Yeah, I was gonna say you need these, Mike. And it was an Insta buy for me, and he said, because I just love orange ring tops, and he said it was super flexy. He did also say it was medium nib, like when you don't flex it, and I was like, it'll be fine. No, it's actually medium nib, and it's too broad for me to write with every day. So I've inked it up once with Pilot Blue Black, and it's just been sitting dry. And it needs to go to a home of someone that likes it because it's a little ridiculous. Let's see if I can show you. I'm trying to angle this so you can see how ridiculous that flex is. So I bought it for 90, shipped, inked once. I'm going to dip it again to do a writing sample, but so if I could just sell it for 90 shipped, or like maybe 80, 85, that would be great. But yeah, this is an Oscar restored it. So yeah, and my little scintillation vial of Pilot Blue Black. Someone sent me some samples, and their vials were terrible. So it leaked everywhere. So I just took a bunch of scintillation vials when I left when I ended grad school for this exact purpose. So let's see. Mystery orange ring top. Pilot Blue Black. That's what happens when you dip a flexi nib, is that you can't really. Okay, so I'm gonna have to wipe it off. I've got my handy box of Kim wipes because Kim wipes are the best. Another thing, when I left the lab, I was just like, I'm leaving on bad terms. So I'm just going to take all this stuff that's going to come in handy for pen stuff and go there. But yeah, so this is, you can see the flex on that. It's ridiculous. If the base like nib width was a little finer, this would not part me, but it's just too, like you can see from these guys up here that I like finer nibs. This is just too much for me, but it should go to someone's home. So yeah, it's a little dark now to take pictures of that, but that way I have this all done and set up so I can take pictures. So now we're going to go to the fun part and experimental part, because I have to, now I've done the writing samples, I have to clean these two out because they are inked. And then I also just want to clean my prayer out because it's just been sitting there and I've not been using it because I have too many pens inked right now. So I need to pare things down a little bit. So yeah, these three need to get cleaned. So this is going to be fun. We're going to pick up the laptop and move to where the inks are. And also grab my guava juice. Come on, laptop. It is dark. Told you the lighting in my apartment is terrible. So we need to hit the lights. There we go. Okay. I have not tested this setup. But yeah, as you can see, these are a bunch of inks. That's my cart that has a bunch of boxes of ink samples in it. This painting, yes, of course, orange walls. My walls are orange and green too. I like orange and green. But yeah, my dad did this painting from like a kid when he was 13, and it's kind of a joke that it's on my wall because he thinks it's terrible. Anyway, so I need to dump inks. So I've got all my ink swabs in here that tell me that I have written on where the vial, or if it's a bottle. So like this one, Faber-Castell moss green is what's in the Prera. I have it in box 5, row A2. So this is box 5. And then I have a little row column thing. So A2. Ta-da. I was tired of going through all my different boxes. And so that now I just write where everything is. So maybe we can put this up here. Yeah, that's a little better. So now it's on top of ink vial boxes. So this is going to be fun when I need to then get into ink vials. Oh yeah, you can see I have a bunch of samples and stuff. We had Christoph or ND Metal on BYOB on Wednesday, and he was talking about all these ink samples he wanted. So I was like, let's just pick out ink samples from my boxes and let's see what I can send to him. So some of them are samples I've used and just don't want anymore. So they're going his way. And some of them are things like my pen BBS, a sample of that. But anyway, this is very exciting, guys, I know. The advantage of doing this here is that now I can just take the nib unit over to the bathroom and clean it and not have to take the rest of the parts. They can just stay over here. Because when I'm done with pens and I've like left, like I've taken all the water out, I just like leave them spread out here to dry and like use the bottles as sort of buffers to make sure they don't roll off anything. Okay, so it was moss green, box 5D2. I just got it out. I should have just kept it out. Oh yeah, and I also write on the back of my cards when I ink something, so that way I remember what's in what, and also so I get a good idea of what this ink looks like inked in each pen. Oh, the only reason I got this organized was because I was tired of like spending 15 minutes looking for a single ink vial. That's the only reason I'm this organized. Slash the ADHD means you have to stay somewhat, you have to like be organized on purpose, because disorganized, like there's only one level of disorganized if you have ADHD, and that is like chaos. So definitely enough chaos. Okay, let's see. The other one is in box 4, which is the laptop is on top of box 4. E3. Cool. Mm-hmm. There we go. And so now these, I can just leave most of this there. I'll go do the old pen flush. Well, not even pen flush. I don't own pen flush. Bulb syringe. Okay, now to the bathroom. More excitement. You get to see my whole entire apartment today because this is literally it. Those are the 3 rooms in my apartment. Okay, now where are we going to put the laptop is a good question. Give me a sec. Let's figure out where to put it, because I did not plan this far ahead. Sort of. Maybe. Oh, you can see my sink. Excellent. That's the important part. Let me go grab something real quick. Hopefully my laptop doesn't fall down. But yeah, actually, I keep pen cleaning supplies just on the shelf in my bathroom because I'm like, it's not going to move anywhere. So I have an old like chemical container and a bulb syringe and lots of paper towel, actually, just my pen cleaning paper towels up there. These were the vials that the Pilot Blue Black was in. So yeah, I had those cleaned out. But yeah, this is fun. Okay. Stay there. Just trying to figure out this view. So normally what I'll do ahead of time is just do this to get any of like the excess stuff that can just get washed off right away. Then I'll take the converters all out and I'll do the converters last. So now I just got my nibs. And then now it's time for the old bulb syringe. The bulb syringe doesn't work real well in the prayer, but I try anyway. And at this angle, I can like see that there's, in theory, stuff on my laptop, but the way it's leaned, the glare is bad, so I can't really actually read anything you're writing. So we'll get to that eventually. Also, the advantage of using something like this is that you don't accidentally drink it. Evgeny. I'm not calling out Ralph, because Ralph doesn't accidentally drink ink when he's cleaning. That's Evgeny's problem. Okay, this needs a refill. Cool. And yeah, I basically flush until it runs clear. And I just sprayed water all over my laptop. Excellent. It'll be fine. It's a cheap laptop. I bought it because it was cheap. Okay. So I rinse it until it's clear. Then I have my pen cleaning paper towel. You can tell by all the colors. Then I just hold it on the nibs like this until the water comes out via capillary action. And usually what then happens is that there will be a little bit of color that comes out at the end of this. And then I start cursing. And then I do the flush again and repeat. Yep. It's a little hard to see on here, but these two, basically the not vanishing point, need to go through it again. Vanishing point's good. So I'm going to set the vanishing point to the side. It doesn't need anything else. The other two need another round of flushes. Yeah, that one wasn't that bad. And I draw the water out again. And now what'll happen after this is that they'll just sit over by my inks for a day or two, or until I remember to put them back together, so that any residual water can air dry out of them. because they're being cleaned and like just they're going to be put in my pen, not my pen cup, my monograph chalice. Okay. So don't need this guy anymore because now we're doing converters. And then I just use the cap because it's easier to fill in everything. Just trying from, yeah, I also shake any from this little guy than from anything else. And then I'll hold either end and shake to get the most out of there per fill. I just discovered that over the years, that actually works really well. That means you have to fill it less times and flush it less times. Then I'll have to refill because now this ink is a little orange tinted, or this water a little orange tinted. That's also why I do smaller aliquots, because that's wasting less water. You can see now it's clear. Telltale rattle of a Pilot Con 50. Yep, that's good. Okay. My sink is not open, so things can't fall down and go down the drain, which is good. There's also no garbage disposal, Evgeny. This is called Sarah just shits on Evgeny for his mishaps that happen when he cleans pens. Yep, it's but yeah. Luckily, I live by myself, so all these like random, like there's ink everywhere. Doesn't bother anybody but me. But yeah, that was me cleaning 3 pens. I don't understand why people bitch about cleaning the pens because it doesn't take that hard. Oh, yep, now it's dark again. But yeah, so that was pretty much it. Didn't take as long as I thought it was. Would. Well, I guess that'd be half an hour, but that's because it'll start stuff. But yeah, now we'll just spread everything out and using ink bottles as roll stops, so no nibs roll onto the ground, because that would be bad. Had that happen once. That was a terrible experience. Yeah. So yes, now you've seen my whole apartment. Yay, 1-bedroom apartments. You know, like cleaning 30 at once would obviously be a lot, but I never have 30 inked at once. Like that was what? 3 pens I cleaned out. So I actually was like at 8 pens inked up. And that's a lot for me. My happy place is like 4 to 6. 6 is still like file that tutoring report that I need to do. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.